it's not gonna be a smooth road. You just need to follow it and trust that you're gonna get to your destination. It's gonna be rocky and it won't be a straight line. We don't want a straight line. Who wants a straight line? We like a gay line. And just believe in yourself, find people similar to you, and you will be right at home.
And then I told her, girl, you have to bleach the whole thing down there, if you know what I mean, because it's too much. I mean, it's not nice, right?
Libran,
what?
We're live.
Oh, sorry. Oh, hello everybody. Welcome back to our show, My Pride Story. I'm your host, Notik, and I'm today with the amazing Zorana Dawn. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming to celebrate the opening of our new season in the UK. Are you excited to be here?
I'm super. This is, I think it's a wonderful experience, and let's see how it goes.
Yeah. So first of all, before, we get into the deep stuff, let people know more about you. Where are you from? What do you do in life? How do you identify yourself?
So I identify as non-binary. I'm Hungarian, but I grew up in Serbia. So I moved to the UK in 2015, so that was about a little bit over 6 years ago. And I just came here to have a better quality life and just enjoy myself and experience life, because I believe in Serbia I didn't have those experiences that I could have. Yeah,
I get what you're saying. But when you say non-binary, lots of people are getting confused, because for those who doesn't know, we have only just two options, right? Like women and men, and that's it, especially for people outside of the community. But for us inside, what does it mean? To be a non-binary person. So I'm going to tell you how my growing up was and everything. So when I was small, I noticed like quite early on that I have some kind of affection towards boys. Like girls that didn't never interest me. I'm just like, oh, we can be girlfriends, that's all I'm interested in. But boys are like, oh, they're cute and everything. I think I figured that out by the time I was 9. So I actually never questioned about it, because I was watching so much TV and everything. Even the limited representation we had during the 90s was still something. And so you mean the first signs are coming very early in your case, like 9 years old is pretty much early. Well, not sexually, but just like crushes and everything. Yeah. To be fair, the first time was The Little Mermaid. So I was watching cartoons when I was small all my life, and my Little Mermaid was the favorite one. And once we went to this market outside, and there was a doll. Yeah. And I was like, I need that. I think I was like 3 or 4 at this age. Yeah. And my dad was like, no, you're not gonna get it. And I made such a scene in front of the market. I was crying. I was like, they had to buy it for me, otherwise I wouldn't shut up. So, and you won, I guess. Yeah, so that was a little inkling that I'm a little bit different, Yeah. So, so for parents who watches right now, what can you tell to those parents who for the first time watches this show and says, my boy will never have a little doll with like a mermaid doll? Well, I can say you have two choices of how you want to raise your child. Do you want to let them live their life, or you want to let them live the life by your choice? The parents imagine, oh, they're going to have grandkids and everything, they're going to lead exactly a life like this, they're going to have a successful career. And life is not always butterflies and roses, Just because a kid wants different things than what you imagined, it doesn't mean it's the end of the world. They can still have a healthy and a productive life and even be successful. It's not always the vision what you imagine, and that's something I think everybody should challenge. Like, things will turn out differently. Maybe it's not always what you imagine, but they will come to fruition in some way or another. Yeah, I think the most important part for parents to know is that child should be happy, right? Eventually. Yeah. So today you came to our show full dragged, right? It's not like you're going like that every day. Well, almost. If only. What does it mean to you? For dressing up like that and being as your full form of your, your full glory and your full beauty. What does it mean to you? Just like the last couple of years, just right before I moved to Brighton, this new terminology came, which is non-binary. I was like,
I was like, oh, this sounds something that I actually feel, because I was like, I don't really feel trans that much, but I do feel more feminine, you know, and I'm not really like opposite being male presenting, but I don't feel comfortable doing that all the time, because it allows me to be whatever I feel, whatever I want to be during the day.
Yeah.
The only thing that might stop me is me being lazy, not wanting to shave and stuff like, which is, you don't have to shave and stuff like.
There's no rules. I mean, you set your own rules, right?
I can be creative. I can bring all these fictional characters I imagined in my life that I was drawing when I was a small child and everything, and it's just an artistic expression more for me than actually like I love drag and everything, but for me it's like expression of my femininity.
Your own soul, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Your artistic way as well. I mean, I follow your Instagram, and I recommend everybody here to follow your Instagram as well, because you're surprising every time. When you came in today, you asked me, how do I look? And I told you surprise me every time, because you are a very creative person and you do it so well. Do you have any idol that you're looking up to, or maybe some figure in your life that gave you some sort of example?
Nobody major. I think like other drag artists who generally like can be creative, like when I see somebody like, I can do that as well. So nobody that big, but there's a lot of like smaller creative stuff that inspire me, let's say that. So I always have different people that inspire me. So like I always think, if that person can do it, I can do it too. And that's what I always say to anybody. Like if somebody says, oh, I cannot do that, actually you can. You just want it, you know.
Yeah.
I wasn't good with makeup as well. It just, you know, it elevated. It's all started when I was small, when I was drawing and everything. I was drawing dinosaurs on my paper, and I saw dinosaurs on my face, you know.
Okay, so listen, now I know that it's very important for us, everybody, to just find their own tribes. You came here to Brighton, I guess, to find your tribe or find your own comfort zone. What do you think makes a city or a country to a safe place for the LGBTQ plus community?
Well, it's all about the people, how evolved they are there and how much representation there is. So people cannot be evolved if they don't have similar people like us in their cities, in their countries, because we're the ones that are showing them it's perfectly fine being us. Just like my parents at home, they're never exposed to people like me and everything, so ideally they say it's wrong, it's not right, because they don't know that way, they don't know what other ways are. So I think Brighton gives a lot of opportunities like that.
You know what, I think when you go out on the street and people see you, kids, children, even watching now this episode, you can give them an example, you can show them that there is more like them, that they are not alone. What do you think the best message for you to deliver to those kids, for that specific 9-year-old boy who wants to buy this Little Mermaid?
It would be that you're doing everything perfectly fine, just keep on being yourself, question the questions you need to question, because that's the only way life will give you pathways, and it's not gonna be a smooth road. You just need to follow it and trust that you're gonna get to your destination. It's gonna be rocky and it won't be a straight line. We don't want a straight line anyway. Who wants a straight line? We like a gay line. And just believe in yourself, find people similar to you, and you will be right at home.
Listen, we can talk forever, and we have short time, but for those who watch us back home, if you have questions for Zorana, please leave a comment right here below. Please ask you, urge you, answer questions, okay? Just be nice and answer the questions, because I'm sure you have lots to ask Zorana. And keep following us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, you as well, of course. And Zorana's Facebook and Instagram, of course, because she is amazing. I adore you, really. Thank you so much for being here. You are a magical human being, and I adore you, really.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so thank you for coming, and till the next time, see you. Bye bye.